Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Today I have with me two people. One might come, one might not come. So let's introduce the ones that are here.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Anne.
Probably recognize her from other video. And
hi everyone, my name is Winifred.
So Winifred is new here. So today's video, we're going to do something that is kind of personal and not personal at the same time. We're going to be talking about self-love. Really, you can't really tell people how to love themselves, but people have difficulty practicing self-love. So today we're going to be sharing our experience in practicing self-love, how we think you can practice self-love in your life, and basically, like, I don't know, I won't call it guidelines, but like certain things that are in place that you can use to practice self-love. I don't know if that makes sense. Before we start, we are going to define what self-love is. So self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Self-love means not settling for less than you deserve. Self-love means something different for each person, because we all have many different ways to take care of ourselves. So like I said before, you can't really tell people how to like love themselves, because we are all different people. What may be self-love to you might not be what is self-love to others, but there are certain things that I think that is common among everybody. So that's what we are going to do today. So sit tight and let's enjoy this video. First one is allow yourself make mistakes. My co-hosts, what do you think? Allow yourself make mistakes.
You can go first now.
Yeah.
What am I going first?
Because I have to process my thoughts first.
Yeah,
you can go first, then we can like just chip
allow yourself make mistake. Okay, for me personally, I'm almost like a perfectionist. I don't like doing things and making mistakes. I want everything to be perfect at the first go. But I feel like if it's like that, you won't give yourself breathing space. You won't allow yourself to do things because you're afraid to fail. Allowing yourself make mistake, it allows you to learn. So making mistake, it's not every time you make mistake. If you allow yourself make mistake, you'll be able to learn and apply it to like your second experience in doing that kind of thing. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it is to me. Okay. It does actually. And
okay, so to like shed more light on what Remo just said, allow yourself make mistakes. So actually I found I'm also like sort of a perfectionist in a way, and I know that like growing up, because of like my home bringing and all now, my dad is strict and all these things now, so I always felt like I'm meant to be perfect in some ways, like perfect in everything that I do basically. But then with time, I think that as we start getting older, my parents too start getting older, so they start getting softer. And then there was a time, I think it had to do with my academics, and I know that I didn't do something. It was basically like after we had finished writing the exam that I realized, like I was like, oh shit, that I didn't write this, and I knew that I was going to like not do well in a particular course. So like when the results came out, I saw it and I was crying. So now that's when my dad actually spoke to me. He was now like that we cannot actually be perfect in every way. Like we are humans, and humans, we all make mistakes. So like every now and then, like you're meant to make mistakes, because if you actually from that lesson, from that act or mistake, you can actually learn a lesson, and then know that next time you won't do it again. And also basically sometimes in tests like this, I remember in my PIL now, I got I can't say my but the thing is that the question was vague. Honestly, the question was vague. So I answered it to the best. I answered it to the best of my ability. But then when the But then, so after, like, I knew that okay, I made a mistake because I didn't interpret the question in the right way. So now, when the lecturer now came, he taught us how we are meant to do it. In exam, the same something similar came out, and we wrote it and we passed. So basically, mistakes. You're meant to. We are all humans. Humans make mistakes. We can't be 100% perfect. And from these mistakes that we get like life lessons that would like help us through like other like situations.
Okay, Winnie, what about you?
Yeah, so basically they've said everything. They've said everything, but then I would just like to add to what they've said. In our like everyday life, it is very, very hard. It is very, very hard to not make mistakes. You understand? So like most times, in most things that I do every day, I just, because me now, once I make mistakes, I like to beat myself up around it. I'm always like, oh my god, why did I do this? And it can be something as easy as, oh, why did I say this thing to this person? Why did I do this thing? And then I'll just start beating myself about it. I'll just keep going back to it and everything. But then, like, something happened very recently, and then it was killing me. You know when something's killing you slowly, like, and I know this is just a very small mistake I've made and everything. I'm just supposed to like take it and then just let everything happen, let everything just go the way it has always been. And then one day I just oh god, I'm just going to let this thing go. I'm just going to like pee myself. And since then I started feeling better. So like mistakes, but once you make them, just accept them and then move on. It's not like you're making them on purpose. They just happen.
Yeah.
For example, now I know my 100 level, my 100 level, I was not serious at all. Because when I came with this mindset of, oh, it's just to read and pass now. If I read this, I'll pass and everything. So when I came, my results, it wasn't bad and everything. The 100 level results, 100 level, they were not bad. So now, getting to the 100 level, and I saw how serious I became. I started feeling so bad that if I was this serious in 100 level, if I was serious in 100 level, I'd have done better than this. 300 level, I was so down. I was always like, okay, no matter how much I try now, it's just going to be small on my CGPA. It's not going to be so much. But then I started to let it go and then just be serious with the remaining time that I have, and then I've been making good use of everything. So mistakes, they are very, very inevitable, but just try to like dust yourself up once you make them and then pick your life.
And one that you make the mistake, you still go and repeat it again. Okay, so the second one is put yourself first. This one is easier said. At times, it's easier said than done. So, what do you guys have to say? I'm not talking. What do you guys have to say about putting yourself first?
Okay.
If I don't go first.
Okay, let me just putting yourself first. This thing is very easy, but at the same time, I think it's technical. Because sometimes now, when like people want to do this thing, oh, let me just put myself first, they tend to do the wrong thing because they want to put themselves first. But then, since I'm talking about first, yourself first. I'm talking about first love, Jesus. Hope you got this. Since I'm talking about self-love, it's like really, really good to always put yourself first. Now, I have this friend that I don't think she doesn't practice putting herself first, and I'm sure she watches this, she knows herself. She doesn't put herself. And
I think I know the friend.
Yeah, you know her. She doesn't put herself first, and I'm always telling her, no, you should put yourself first. I feel like it's very, very, very important to learn to put yourself first. It's not like, okay, maybe when you're doing the wrong thing, then you put yourself first, or you're like, oh, because it's myself, I'm putting myself first. No, especially when you're doing things that, okay, nobody's telling you this thing is wrong, nobody's telling you this thing is right.
If you don't do it, nobody's going to beat you.
Yeah, nobody's going to beat you. Do you understand? Especially when you're quarreling with people and everything, and then you see that you're always the one doing certain things. You're always the one going to meet this person. I know, yeah, that's a very good thing. People say, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's such a nice person. But at the same time, some people see you and be like, you're not alright. Like, why are you always doing this to yourself? Do you understand? So like, in that kind of situation, I can always put yourself first. Sometimes I can just choose to like, I'm not going to meet this person first. I'm just going to stay. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It's because you've tried. Do you understand?
You have tried. You can't
and now you have to like actually put yourself first. So like putting yourself, it has a lot. It covers like plenty areas, but then I can really relate to this part because of my friend. So she just like to put herself first in matters, like especially when you've done so much. It's not like, oh, one day you're just gonna like, I beg, I don't want to do this thing because you're trying to be a big person. You're trying to like act like, oh, I'm bigger than this person. No, but because you know that you've tried. Yeah, you've tried basically. You've tried. Yeah.
Okay. Just to add, to shed a little light on what Winnie said, because I know, like sometimes people say that putting yourself first basically means that you're selfish, and you know, like in the Bible says that you should, like, when you're doing something, you should also think of your neighbor too.
Yeah.
Like that. But then, yes, the Bible says that, but then there are some times that you actually need to actually take care of yourself. Don't, just because the Bible said that, okay, oh, you're meant to love your neighbor, you're meant to, anything you're doing, you always put your neighbor first, blah blah blah, selfless and all these things. But then there's sometimes that actually, like, carrying other people's matter on your head, it brings a lot of headaches. It brings a lot of insults. It actually comes with a lot of pressure, actually. So basically, we need to actually learn to put ourselves first in not in all situations, but then in that there are some certain like circumstances and situations that we actually need to put ourselves first.
On my own take on it, people might see it like as amiable, but one of the ways that I think I showed myself love, like with all due respect to my friends, was changing my room, like leaving them, because honestly, I love my friends so much that I will always put my mouth with their business.
That's true.
I will always
be friends how many years?
For about 4 years.
This 50 years, that's
almost 5 years.
I will always put my mouth in their business, and honestly, it got to the extent that it's not your business. It's not your
most
business.
Times they won't even appreciate
exactly.
It's
not your business. So that was like, and honestly, since I got there, like since I changed my room, my head. I don't have people's business again in my that is disturbing me. I don't even ask except if it's important. That's how I think I've shown myself love. Okay, so another one is, don't worry about others' opinion. As for me, I won't say I've practiced this like until like recently, that I'm actually like pushing it through. Then I started, like, my mind keep on telling me that they don't care, like they literally don't care. Like I can see someone walking on the road and I'm like, maybe this person is thinking about what I'm doing, but more they don't care. they don't give two shit. They don't care. Like, move on. So just do your thing, because if you keep on thinking about what other people think about you, you will never be able to move forward. And I think that's one of the things that even affected the growth of my YouTube channel. And that's why I was like, they don't care. Just do what makes you happy. Any thoughts?
Yeah, basically, I know that this don't worry about others' opinions. I've been practicing it for a very long time now, because right when I was in secondary school, I actually like, I used to be bothered about what people say about me, because they'll be like, and I always to pick my friends, I'm proud, I don't like. There was a time that I was actually, because I was closer to my teachers than I was with like some of my secondary school. So at the time I was talking with one of my English, I think it was literature teacher. So she was not like that, and I should not mind them, that I'm not meant to actually put these things into. I'm not meant to take all these things into consideration. That I should just do me. I should just live my life. That they are what they say. It actually doesn't matter, and that's what has like kept me going, because that was in my SS3 as at then. So since then, when I was entering this school, I just made up my mind, like, never to give two shits about what people say about me. Like, it's your opinion. So and especially now I'm in final year, because currently now in like performing my job in this school now, I know some people, they've said some things about me, and at this point, like, I honestly don't
doesn't
care,
matter,
because it doesn't matter. I'm just doing my job. So whatever you have to say, that's your business. And for the fact that you didn't even say it in my face, that means that you don't even have the guts to come and say it to me, while you're saying it behind my back. So it just doesn't make sense.
This one self is hard though, but then because me, I've been there plenty times. People are always telling me, don't worry about what people say, don't say this. But I feel like this is a very, very difficult thing to do, because I think in my 400 level, there were plenty things. No, 400 levels to 500 level. There were so many things people said, blah 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 blah. Everybody spewing and scooter everywhere, and it wasn't easy for me. It wasn't actually easy. Like, you see me, I'm saying, I don't care. But once I get back to that bed, I'll wet my pillow, I'll start crying. God, what did I do? Why this person? So I feel like it's very hard back. But then, as much as it is hard, we should try to inculcate, because it's really, really going to help you. Because I realized that this person, not like I now do not care, but now it is lesser. I don't care as much as I used to care. So and I feel like I have peace of mind this way. Even like, I'm one thing about this thing, even with your friends and everything, you can't stop them from saying certain things. Sometimes someone can just be like, oh, why did you do? And you know that, oh, I didn't Like, this is not about me, this is not me you're talking about. Why are you saying this thing? And then sometimes it's even very hard to convince them. But then I just realized that, okay, especially now that I have how many days to leave this place or how many weeks, like, I just do not want to, I want to do it well and leave. So it is hard, but then you can actually like just let it go. Someone can just understand. The ones that even hurt the most is the one that someone will come and tell you this is what this person said. That one is set up my brain. Exactly. So I feel like, especially those type, but those ones, they are very, very easy to like just fashion. I mean, you didn't even see the person say it. The person did not come to you to say it. So just fashion. I mean, they'll always remain at your back if they can say it at your back.
Exactly. At this point, someone comes and tell me, Anne, this was better. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Because what will I do?
There's actually nothing you can do.
Nothing and
everybody's exactly.
Yeah, and sometimes it hurts so much when you're like in your head, you're like, I wish I could just enter this person's head and remove this particular opinion of myself from their head and everything. But then you can't do anything.
You can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
You can't do anything.
And Kim Kardashian did not become a billionaire. Sorry, I love Kim. She did not become a billionaire. She cared about what people did. I tell you that she had killed herself since.
Yeah.